What would you say has been the biggest life change? Because you guys hold a lot of power, and you guys are, the good ones. And I have not, and you'll be able to see these videos. I'm not vouched for a lot of the clinicians on this, but my gut and everything I've seen, Dr. Arguello, you are one of the good ones. And so the good ones, the change you can have on someone's life, and I can speak from my family's perspective, my perspective, is huge. It changes, I can speak with confidence when I go do all my CE courses and I do that kind of stuff. I go in for a business interview, or just even at the family dining room table, I can laugh without worrying about something So, I have experienced the life change, but I've never experienced it through your eyes. I've never been able to help that change for someone else.
Sure.
And so, can you tell me off the top of your head, what's one of the most memorable, it doesn't have to be the biggest, but what's one of the most memorable life change stories you've been able to see, especially on the All-On-X? I know you've done you do a lot of other procedures, but when it comes to the All-On-X, can you share that with me?
I'm glad you asked that question, because we, as I mentioned before, we're sensitive to the patient's needs and wants, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes we try to insert our own agenda where we think is best for that patient and is not necessarily the best for that patient. One of the elements that our audience and patients have is the perception of the quality of life. And quality of life perception, it differs from patient to patient.
Sure.
To answer your question, a story that comes to mind, and a very touchy story, is that we have a patient by the name Helen in our clinic. And this happened already some years ago. When she came to the clinic, she said, "Doctor, I'm ready to have my mouth full of implants and I want to be able to chew again." Helen, at the point when she presented to the clinic, it was 90 years of age.
90 years old.
Yes. So the reality of it is that, yes, I'm a clinician and I do this a lot, but also I have a sense of trying to not to take advantage of patients where they want something, right?
Right.
So I told Helen, please forgive me if I asked you this question, but why now? It's not that I cannot do it for you, you're still healthy, but why now? And she said, "Doctor, what I appreciate and what is important to me is to be able to chew again. Because I have been without teeth for many years that I don't know what it's like to chew or the taste of food. And you know what? I've been saving all this time, and when I go, well, someone else is going to enjoy the products of my savings. But you know what? What's important to me is to every weekend I cook for my family. But I sit at the table with them and I cannot taste my food. I cannot eat it."
Oh, wow.
So for her, she told me, either maybe I'm gonna live another 2 years, 5 years, whatever many years as I'm gonna live, I'm gonna have the pleasure of tasting food again. So
with her family.
With her family. So that's a very touchy story. I'm already to break down myself here, just thinking of that, it gives me the
chills.
the chills. But what it is with this story is that at that point I was taught something, and we always learn from patients. But I learned that the quality of life for someone, in her case, was the being able to integrate herself to the family, to be able to taste, for her that was important, and she was willing to pay for that more chance in life to do it, right? Mm-hmm. Something that she lost that chance 20 years ago. So I shouldn't discriminate patients when they come to me, and as a clinician, not to discriminate against their thought process and try to insert my own agenda into what I think is best for them, right? That's why I said before, you have to listen to the patient's concerns. Now, the beautiful thing is that Helen is still alive and she's still enjoying. Yeah, she's still enjoying her teeth, and
oh my
she's
goodness,
able to function. So it's a very good thing, right? But ultimately it's a life-changing event that you are able to help someone because of this procedure, and doesn't matter the age. Some patients come to me and they often think that I hear is, "Doctor, I'm 70 years of age, I'm 75, I don't expect to live another 5-10 years, you know, I don't think it's worth it to spend this money." And I'm not here to change their minds.
Sure.
But sometimes I share this story with them. And sometimes, many of them says, "You know what, I never thought about it. It translates to quality of life for me. I probably should do it."
Yeah.
So it's just what you identify with. And if you think that procedure like this is gonna be a life-changing event for you, do it. If you don't believe in it, even if you have all the money in the world, don't do it.
Yeah.